Hello guys, hi, this is Ganesh Naik. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a better version of themselves. And I also help students preparing for the CFA and FRM exam. Now, a lot of FRM results are out, and a lot of students are planning to go for level 2 in November 2023. So, this video, we're going to be talking about what should be the strategy, how many number of hours on a daily basis is required for the preparation. Okay, what should be the monthly overall bifurcation, and what should be the order of preparation that you should follow, and few important points from my side. So with this, let us start with the first section. So we're going to be covering three broader things. What is the time required on a daily basis? What is the overall monthly plan? What is the bifurcation that you should look at? And what is the order of preparation? This order of preparation is very, very important. This will help you to do things in a very effective manner. So when we talk about FRM level 2, okay, first of all, there are 97 chapters to prepare for. Now, these 97 chapters, I know a lot of people feel that because the number of chapters are very huge, it is going to take a lot of time to complete it. Okay. But on an average, you need roughly 400 hours to complete FRM level 2. Now, if you bifurcate it, if you're starting your preparation from 1st of June till end of October, you have around 4 months, 4 full months in your preparation. If you're deciding to go for FRM level 2, then there should be no other commitment that you have. Because on a daily basis, you will need 3 hours required, minimum 3 hours. If you can dedicate 4 hours, that is more than enough. Okay. On an average, you will find one chapter is completed in 2 hours. Certain chapters, which are more than around 20 to 30% of the overall 97 chapters, which are very small, so you should be able to complete that in 1 hour itself. Okay. Now, when you're dedicating 3 hours every single day, what target you should keep is that from Monday to Friday, try to complete at least 6 chapters, 6 chapters per week basis, and do only revision and solving on weekend. And weekend you need roughly 5 hours each day. Okay. In level 2, in some weeks, you might have to dedicate more number of hours to complete the solving of each chapter that you have done. At least solve 30 questions for each chapter that you've covered in the week. So keep it mentally clear that on the weekday, I am going to only say watch the videos or read the textbook, and on weekend, I am only going to solve the question bank. Okay, so roughly 3 hours minimum on each single day, on weekend around 5 hours. If you keep 3 hours for entire month, minimum 3 hours, then that turns out to be 90 hours. That means roughly 100 hours. So July 100 hours, August 100 hours, September and October. So you have 4 months, 400 hours is possible. And you, because you are in the flow of preparation and you've completed level 1, it is very easy for you to go for level 2 and do it. That is one part that you should remember. Next point being, let us bifurcate the overall 97 chapters. Okay. So if you are able to, I've taken rough number of 100 to give an easy bifurcation. July month 25, August month 25, September and October 25. But the order is going to be very, very important because in some cases you will also have to do revision of the content side by side. Okay. And final month, which is November, because the exam for FRM level 2 is going to be at the end, say around 20th or 24th, 25th, you will get 20 days at the start of the month to prepare for the exam, which you can utilize in doing some sectional tests, some mock papers, a final revision. Okay, so at an overall basis, you have to do three revision of the content, three reading basically. So first reading when you're watching the video or reading the content for the first time, second when you're solving the question bank, and third before you do sectional tests and before you do mock papers. That should be your overall bifurcation of number of chapters to be done each month. Let us look at the order of preparation. Okay, now purposely I have kept it in such a way that, say, for example, the first month, July month, I would recommend you to do liquidity risk entirely because it covers around 25 chapters. Okay, and focus on completing the entire liquidity risk with solving. This should be your main book for the month of July. Along with this, do reading of the operation risk chapters from the Swagger book, which means just read the topic. Do not watch the video or do not go it in detail. Just read and do not solve also. Just read and complete it. Okay. Now, why this is so important? Because in the first month itself, if you're able to follow this, be slightly aggressive. if you're able to follow it, you're almost done 50% of the content, because liquidity risk around 25 chapters, operation risk around 25 chapters. So for operation risk reading, every single day, dedicate 15-20 minutes when you're having a lunchtime in the morning, 15-20 minutes, read the chapter, because the operation risk chapters are easy. You can cover it fast. Okay, read it like novel, and you should be able to complete those 25 chapters in that month. And this will give you huge confidence for the exam. Next, you have August month. There is one smaller book of investment management which has roughly around 11 chapters, easy, connected to your FRM level 1 modern portfolio theory. So it is possible for you to pick it up, and simultaneously also complete around 16 chapters of your market risk. So roughly 25 chapters from these two books also. But over here, solve the question bank explicitly. Some of the students do face market risk slightly tough. Okay, depending upon what background they have, how much time they are putting in. So some of the students might face this issue. So this month can be slightly heavy with respect to market risk, not with investment risk. This is what I feel. Then you can go for September month. Now this in this month, the credit risk, which is again covering around 20 to 25 chapters. Okay, that is where you should be able to dedicate. This is again going to be slightly tricky, because there are 4 5 chapters in your credit risk book which are tough, but rest everything is easy to grasp and solve. If you're able to manage those 4 5 chapters at the end, if you're able to keep those 4 5 chapters from your credit risk book at the end, then the entire credit risk can be done very fast. Along with that, do reading of the current issues book. Again, only read from the perspective of reading like a novel. Every single day, just keep on reading. Do not worry what is the chapter or what in detail you want to, just read so that you have seen the content once. And by the time you reach October, you can complete these two books very fast, because you have some background, because you have done reading. So when you're watching the video or going through the content, you can take that decision which chapter you can just read the textbook and solve the question bank. Okay, so this will not be problematic because you have some background of reading these two books beforehand. So these are the 4 months bifurcation which I generally recommend students in terms of their preparation for FRM level 2. Also, when we talk about important points to remember, okay, these are just few suggestions from my side. Do not ignore the operation risk book. It is very theoretical. A lot of people feel boring while reading the content, but that is the reason. If you look at my plan, I have asked you to do it twice, okay, as a part of the plan itself twice. So do not ignore the operation risk book. Focus on reading the entire Schweitzer 3 times. If you follow my plan, first time reading will be when you are watching the video or reading the textbook first time, then solving the question bank, and then at the end, solving the mock papers and sample sectional tests. You will be able to complete 3 reading of Schweitzer properly. Also, solve GAP sample paper. I've heard similar kind of questions come, some of the questions come in the exam. So do solve the GAP sample paper by default. Along with that, you have to solve at least 3 4 mock papers. That is important, but do not skip it. And market risk and credit risk from the weightage perspective, it is very important, especially market risk, which a lot of students feel it is slightly tricky. Okay, so these are few important chapters. I hope this video would have helped you in your preparation and planning the entire next 4 months for your FRM level 2. If you like my videos, do subscribe to my channel, do like this video, share this video. And if you want any specific content which I want to cover from level 2 perspective, put it on the comment section. We'll try to cover that video for you. Thank you very much for watching this video.